Just really proud of our kids. That was one of those up and down all over the place. Bad plays by us, in the game that hurt us. And when you're not doing well at times in certain ways, a fumble that's going to put the game away. We're on the 18-yard line and fumble. Maybe put the game away right there. All the little things that happen, not playing very good defense all night long. And then to do the things at the end of the game that they did, I was very proud of that. To get the stop, the first stop, and then we take the ball down and score and take the lead. Huge, just huge. And then to get the last stop to win the game. The only thing we didn't do is to make one first down. And I think we had it made easy, and we missed a block on the backside, and I think Dante's going to easily make that first down. And but Nick made a beautiful punt, and at the end, so everything but one first down in the last probably 4 minutes of the game, I was very proud of the kids on. But too many penalties, a couple of critical turnovers. It was like deja vu all over again. I mean, that was Dante fumbled inside the 20 going in to take the lead last year. Nearly the same spot on the field. And but boy, he is a tough one. And he'll keep pounding you, and he'll keep pounding you, and he'll keep pounding you. And they just crowded the fool out of us early and just said, "You're not going to run it," and throw it. We did. And then when they backed off of us a little bit, we started running it better. And, really proud of the offense. This was the night the offense had to come through. And just really proud of our offensive kids. Other than a couple of turnovers and a couple of critical legal procedures, it was good. Two very bad personal fouls that that I just don't deal with, and got to get that corrected. And injuries, we had no bandits left on the team. They're all hurt. Every one of them got hurt. And Tim Benford's cramped all 2-a-days. He cramped. We're going to get him tested. There's something wrong. He's not out of shape. It's something. It's some kind of imbalance he's got. We've got to find out what it is, because that could have killed us. Could have absolutely killed us. And Neil Ganaway goes in and makes a big catch, and he gets hurt, and he was out. So I was down to the third Team X, who hadn't practiced all of preseason with a pulled hamstring. So it was we ran out of bodies at the end, and that'll be a concern for next week. But again, just really proud of the kids, because we played really, really well at EIU. I don't think we could have played much better. We didn't play as well tonight, for sure, on defense. And then a couple of the penalty deals, the couple of fumbles at the wrong time. We just didn't play as well tonight as we played. A couple of bad cover deals on kickoffs where they start one way and went the other. Just some things we didn't do in the first conference game that we did tonight. But it's neat to not play as well and win a game against the conference champion. I think they're pretty good. We flat wore them down on defense. They just got really tired, and that pace, I think the pace got them, and that was probably the difference in the game. I thought their defense just got really tired, and it never did really stop us from about middle of the second quarter on. We stopped ourselves a couple of times when we fumbled, or we had a penalty that put us in long yardage. Proud of Demetrius Garrett. That screen we ran to him, he's hurt. He was something with a leg, sprained ankle or something. And he knew the rest of a bunch of receivers were out, and he just gutted it out and stayed in there, and then makes a big play when we needed it on I think that was 3rd and 10 or 12. But that was a huge play in the game, and he took that thing and ran it straight up the gut. And so just really proud of our kids. The effort is not our problem. Playing well sometimes is, but I think everybody deals with that some. So really proud of them.
Talk about the goal line stand, Jordan Johnson, and on all 3 tackles in the middle. On second,
he's
third,
he's really a good inside player, strong as an ox, and he's low to the ground, and so he's hard to get under. And so he's a good player. He's going to stick out more and more, I think, as time goes on. He's a very good football player.
Dante went from hero to go back to hero again. What happened on those fumbles?
What fumble? Nobody in the world cares more than Dante Gay. That's one of the most team guys I've got. He would sit out a whole game and let somebody play in front of him if Coach Brown thought that was best, and be the best cheerleader I got. And, so when he fumbles, it kills him, it kills me. But we were sticking with it.
Yeah.
We were going to stick with him. Look at all the plays he did make in the game. And sometimes Dante will just try to do too much, like a lot of kids will. But he's a winner, and I promise you he'll do a better job of holding on that ball. But he also touches it a lot.
Yeah.
He touches it a lot, so that may happen a little bit. He had 22 carries and he caught.
Yeah.
Find the receiver.
7, Coach.
He caught 7 passes and for 100 yards and 22 carries for 147. He had 247 yards of total offense himself.
Yeah.
So just learn to hold on to the ball, will you?
Austin Tone, true freshman, gets 13 tackles. Pretty impressive night for him.
Good for Austin, bad for us. You don't want your free safety being your lead tackle. It's just not good. Ball broke the line of scrimmage more than it has in any 3 games. We played 3 games, and I don't know. Just have to watch the tape and see what happened. They got us a little bit more vanilla than normal because of that option stuff. I mean, you got to be careful. You can't just completely let yourself go against all that option stuff because of that quarterback pitch. And really, that's not what hurt us.
Yeah.
We played the option stuff pretty good. It was just the power game right up the gut and then breaking back across the grain and nobody there. And I don't know how in the world that kept happening, but way too many big plays. Just and most of them run plays. They threw the ball better. I've never seen them throw the ball that well. I've never seen them throw that well. That kid threw some balls, some fade routes and some corner routes, and I hate playing good quarterback teams. A guy that can run and throw. I mean, and he is a winner, and he's really good, and he made a lot of plays again tonight. But that's the best I've seen him throw the ball by far through the first 2 games this year, maybe all of last year. They really made some big plays in the past.
And their offense really was a lot better than the first 2 games show. Of course, considering who they
They
played.
played the 12th ranked FCS team and Purdue. I mean, you can't. I knew.
Yeah.
There's way too many faces that were back that won the championship a year ago on that team, and you could see that's a good-looking bunch of kids. They got a nice-looking football team. And their offense was back like it was a year ago. Really, nobody stopped them running the ball a year ago in this league. And they had over 300 yards last year against us, and we lost by 2 points. They had 300 again this year, and we won by 7. So maybe it was their turn.
Levi Terrell for SEMO almost looked like Henry Harris last year.
Well, he's more of a power back, and we didn't do a good job. We did not do a good job against the run. Disappointing. That's probably the most disappointing thing were the couple of personal foul penalties we had and not stopping the run. I expected us to do better than that.
Negatives aside, it's still 2-0 in the conference.
Oh, there were a lot of positives, and I'm very proud of our kids. I don't want to sound like an old gruff. I mean, I'm very proud. I've lost a lot of games and played a lot better than that. And to not play great and yet to have to get up to you to hang on and to finish it off. I'm telling you, I'm just very proud of these kids. Very, very proud.
And one of the things we've talked about all year long has been how balanced this league was. And one of your former assistants, Rick, pulled off the upset against Eastern Kentucky.
I don't know if anything's upset. I told you before the league started, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. And this is going to be one special year in the LEC. I think it's every week. I think it's just go play another one and fight your guts out to win and get ready for the next one and quit looking at the scoreboard and quit looking at first, second, third, fourth, fifth place and play, because there is no telling. There is no telling before this thing's over.
That was a weird up and down game for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big obstacle for me to, after those fumbles, to get myself back up. My team helped me out. They just kept telling me just to let it go. Just, you're our starting back. We need you right here in the end. So that motivated me even harder to push through.
And that's something you hadn't done all season. Was there something different that SEMO was forcing on you? Or?
They was going after the ball every time, and they got lucky. They got lucky twice. Like they caught me slipping every time. So yeah, but good defense.
But still, a fantastic night. I think it was, what, 248 yards total offense?
I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. We had a great push on the offensive line. Before the game even started, we knew what we had to do to get a win. And that was our main focus, was to, we know they have great players on the defensive side. We know we had to match up just to get this win.
And this game was a lot similar to last year's game at Southeast Missouri. How do you compare these two games?
Really, we're an older team, so and we have more leadership on the team. So I think that played a big role today.
Of course, 2-0 in the conference has a nice sound to it.
Yeah, that feels real good. We know, like Coach said, it's a dogfight every game. So we just got to come back tomorrow and start on the next one.
Howard, the SEMO offense was a lot better than what the statistics seem to show.
Yeah, they did a good job up front. I think they backs ran hard all game. We just had to dig deep and find a way to get that stop.
And talk about the goal line stand and the fourth down stand that you guys had. That seemed to be a turning point in the game a little bit.
Yeah, that was a big turning point. At the goal line stand, everybody looked each other in the eyes. We had to believe in one another, and we just went out there and believed. Fourth down, like everybody did a good job. Once again, depending on each other, not trying to be selfish or nothing like that. Everybody was doing their job. That's just a good team play right there.
And then on the goal line stand, Jordan came up with 3 stops and as a sophomore, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, George's a good player for us. He gets good penetration, and that really helps us out in the linebacker spots.
Trey, a career high for you tonight, 283 yards.
Yep. We kind of took what they gave us in the first half. I'm sure we had a lot of attempts in the first half. They were loading the box up. We're going to let Dante and the offensive line beat us, so they kind of put it on my arm and the receivers play, and we played pretty well the first half especially.
You heard that pretty good with some of your teammates.
Yeah, really trust my receivers tonight. They played well. Offensive line did really well. They blitzed a lot more than it looked like. They blitzed more than the EIU, and I don't think we had 1 sack, any sacks, but they did a great job picking up stunts, and the receivers were ready for the ball, and they went and got it.
Talk about 13 tackles. I mean, a year ago, you were with Alcoa and still in high school, and being a true freshman and come out here and lead the team in tackles has to be a pretty good feat for you tonight.
Well, yes, sir, but also I had 3 missed tackles, and like I told him, and all 3 of those missed tackles resulted in touchdowns. So that's something I have to work on, as an individual. But also, I'm not down on defense, but 31 points on the scoreboard. I mean, luckily our offense was able to dig us out of a hole, and pull us through.